Ever notice how the thought of something new or different can make us tense up? It's like our brains are wired to see anything unfamiliar as a big red stop sign. But then there's Miyamoto Musashi, this legendary samurai who faced life and death situations as part of his daily routine. His angle? He didn't just get by. He actually got ahead by seeing the unknown as an opportunity to grow stronger. Musashi stepped into battlefields filled with uncertainty, but instead of letting the fear get to him, he embraced it. He writes about staying flexible and finding your calm amidst chaos. His message? The unknown isn't our enemy. It's our gym, our dojo, where we train and get better. When I was on the fence about moving to a new city, it felt like a giant leap into the unknown. Initially, it was all kinds of stressful. But putting Musashi's mindset to the test, I started seeing this not as a leap into the dark, but as a step into a new adventure. My situation was nowhere near Musashi's battlefield, but the principle was spot on. The unknown is where we grow. Adopting Musashi's outlook shifts the game. It turns the unknown from something scary into something exciting, a blank canvas where we get to draw our next move. It's about seeing every new challenge not as a potential fall, but as a chance to rise. We just talked about how seeing the unknown as a chance to grow can change the game. Now, let's dive into Musashi's actual steps for dealing with all those what-ifs that make us nervous. Here's the deal according to Musashi. Pretending you're not scared doesn't help. What does? Actually admitting what's scaring you. So, let's do this. Find a quiet spot, grab something to write with, and start listing those fears. Afraid of failing? Scared of being alone? Whatever it is, write it down. Putting your fears on paper does something pretty cool. It makes them less monstrous. It's like when you say something out loud and it suddenly seems more manageable. This step isn't about making fears vanish into thin air. It's about acknowledging them. Knowing exactly what you're afraid of is like knowing your opponent in a match. Suddenly, the unknown doesn't seem so all-powerful. Musashi really knew how to handle life's curveballs. He was all about being as flexible as a willow tree in the wind. See, the thing about life is it's pretty much guaranteed to throw unexpected stuff our way. Jobs change, people come and go, and sometimes what we planned on Monday looks laughable by Friday. Musashi's way of dealing with this? Go with the flow. This step is about learning that sometimes the best laid plans need to be tossed out the window. It's about adapting instead of resisting. I learned this the hard way when a job I thought was a sure thing fell through. At first, I was all panic mode. Then I remembered Musashi's flexibility. Instead of freaking out about my plans changing, I started looking for new opportunities. And you know what? Something even better came along. Being flexible doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It's about being open to different paths to reach them. It's like dancing in the rain. Sure, you might get wet, but you're also having fun and learning new moves along the way. So when life switches things up, try to see it as a chance to grow and explore new avenues. Who knows? The new direction might lead to something amazing you hadn't even considered. Musashi, with his life dedicated to mastering the sword, showed us that being a lifelong learner turns the unknown from a shadowy figure into a familiar friend. This step is all about channeling your inner detective when faced with the unknown. It's transforming "what if I can't" into "how can I?" Curiosity is your torch in the dark. Facing a new challenge, dive deep into it. If it's a new job, learn everything you can about the industry, the company culture, the skills you need. If it's moving to a new city, research neighborhoods, local hangouts, and community events. The internet, libraries, and even people already in the know are treasure troves of information waiting to be discovered. Here's where it gets personal. When I was tasked with leading a project in an area I was completely green in, the initial wave of "I'm in over my head" hit hard. But then I leaned into learning. Podcasts during my commute, articles over lunch, reaching out to mentors. Every piece of knowledge made the unknown less daunting and more like a puzzle I was piecing together. This step goes beyond just making the unknown less intimidating. It transforms it into an adventure. Each question you ask, each fact you uncover, builds your confidence. Suddenly, you're not just passively waiting for things to happen. You're actively shaping your journey. Knowledge does more than empower. It emboldens you to face challenges with a clearer vision and a steadier heart. So let's get curious. Let's ask the big questions and seek out the answers. Remember, every expert was once a beginner, stepping into the unknown with nothing but a desire to learn. Your curiosity is the bridge between fear and mastery, between the person you are and the person you're becoming. Musashi was all about action. He didn't just sit around pondering his next move, he made it. This is crucial when dealing with the unknown. It's easy to get caught up in our heads, imagining all sorts of outcomes. But Musashi teaches us that action, not overthinking, is the real antidote to fear. Here's the thing, every big journey starts with a small step. It might seem too simple, but it's profoundly effective. Eyeing a new hobby? Sign up for that introductory workshop. Thinking about a career switch? Reach out for an informational interview in that field. Want to get healthier? Start with a short walk, not a marathon. These actions, small as they may be, are powerful statements to ourselves that yes, we can move forward, even when the path isn't clear. Taking that first step does something magical. It shifts your mindset from passive to active. Suddenly, you're not just a bystander in your life, you're the lead actor. When I first considered starting a YouTube channel, the what-ifs nearly drowned me. But taking the action, as simple as filming that first admittedly awkward video, changed everything. It was my declaration that I was bigger than my fears. This step is about finding the courage to move, to do something that brings you one step closer to where you want to be. And remember, it's not about the size of the step, but the decision to take it. Every action you take is a strike against fear, a step out of the shadows of the unknown and into the light of possibility. So let's embrace Musashi's wisdom. Action over anxiety. Start small, but start. Each step you take not only moves you forward, but also builds the confidence that you can face the unknown and come out stronger on the other side. It's in doing that we find our strength, our purpose, and our path through the unknown. After taking that leap into the unknown, it's crucial to pause and look back. Reflection turns experiences into insights. Ask yourself, what did this adventure teach me? How am I different now? Each challenge, each unknown we step into isn't just an obstacle. It's a classroom in disguise. The lessons might be about resilience, discovering a hidden talent, or simply learning what doesn't work. After starting something new or making a big change, I like to jot down a few notes about the journey. It could be a newfound skill, a mistake that taught me something valuable, or just the realization that I'm capable of more than I thought. This step is about recognizing the growth that comes from every step we take into the unknown. It's seeing that, with each challenge we tackle, we're not just moving through life, we're evolving, becoming more ourselves. So take that moment to reflect. It's in these moments of looking back that we see just how far we've come. It's one thing to talk about tackling the unknown, but living it? That's where Musashi's wisdom truly shines. Adopting his mindset isn't a one-off thing. It's a daily practice that turns what used to scare us into opportunities to grow. Think about it. Each day throws its own set of unknowns our way. It could be as big as starting a new job or as simple as choosing to take a different route on your walk home. The point is, when I started applying Musashi's steps to these daily uncertainties, something clicked. Suddenly, the unknown wasn't a roadblock. It was a challenge, an invitation to push my limits and discover new strengths. Here's the kicker. Incorporating Musashi's steps into your daily life transforms how you see everything. Challenges become less about stress and more about personal growth. Decisions, even small ones, start to feel empowering because you're making them consciously, not out of fear. And the best part? This new confidence doesn't just stay tucked away for the big moments. It spills over into everything you do, making you bolder, braver, and yes, more at peace with the unknown. So, let's take these steps. Naming our fears, staying flexible, being curious, taking action, and reflecting on our growth, and weave them into the fabric of our daily lives. By doing so, we honor Musashi's legacy not just in words, but in action, turning every day into a testament to our resilience and our ability to thrive in the face of uncertainty. This is how we turn fear on its head and walk our path with confidence and joy.